I'm Mrinal Jain. I'm an entrepreneur and a mentor at Microsoft Ventures and a couple of other accelerators. I came to this world from sort of big corporate world, but having lived in Silicon Valley, seen a lot of the startup ecosystem, and just the experience. And I figure that there's a lot one can bring from that experience to helping build the ecosystem here in Bangalore. Should I just talk about the rest of the stuff also? Okay, right. So I actually feel that it's really very, very nice that the startup ecosystem is building out in India, even if I think it's sometimes for the wrong reasons. But the fact that people are coming together, learning to take those risks, to think outside just conventional jobs, to actually look around for problems to solve because they feel that, look, maybe there is money to be made in solving problems. The fact that there is a herd mentality around that these days is not surprising, and I think it's useful for the evolution of the concept of a startup ecosystem, because only when there is hype that people come towards it, right? And then when they come into it and they realize, well, it's really quite a bit of hype, and it's very crowded, then and they still want to do something, then they look to other areas and they try to solve other problems. And currently, everybody is going after the high value opportunities. But I can see how now slowly you see people talking about it, about saying, look, you know what, everybody is doing this. Why don't I do something different? Let me try to go downstream and start solving the problems around me. And the nice thing is that also there is this critical mass of successful entrepreneurs that's developing who are saying, okay, great, I've taken care of that first level where I've made money. And if they're not, then very few people who are motivated by I have 5 crores, let me go to 50 crores, let me go to 500 crores, let me go to 5,000 crores. And because they have that basic security, they're sort of looking around and saying, look, now I've learned something along the way. I've got battle scars to show for my journey. So let me try to contribute. Let me help other people who have good ideas but may not have the guidance do that. And I think that Numa is one of those, it's come at a time when I think that mindset is changing. And I think it's perfect, right? Because this isn't just another real estate play. It's not just another, we'll get together people with a lot of gyan. It is not just, let me bring tech startups in. It's about whoever's got good ideas, come talk to us. Let's see if we can help you. Let's see if we can put together a very, a motley group of people to help you solve this problem. And this isn't even about solving the problem, right? It's really about, you come in here, let's make a start together. The startups that I've seen coming through the semi-finals are very exciting. It's very typical that a lot of them have come in, techies, have an app, haven't found a market for it. I think that's quite typical. But what I'm liking is that there are enough who've come in who have a good idea, even if they've done nothing more, right? And the passion to actually go and try to solve that problem. I think that's very encouraging, unquestionably, right? Because I think that's just how business cycles go. You never just have up, up, up and up, right? You have up, and sometimes you realize it's an up because you just saw a down. So there is going to be a crash. I obviously can't see the future when, but I hope it happens soon, to be quite honest, because I think there may be too much hype right now, and there is a sort of a rationalization required. Right? People need to sort of come to their senses. There are lots of very good entrepreneurs that they're in the wrong space, so to say. So they don't get funded, so they don't get the publicity, so they don't get the attention. Right? But they're working on very, very interesting problems. And when the herd thins out, right, when there's a bomb blast and a downfall, those people who are in it for the right reasons to some extent are in it for building sustainable companies, not just successful companies. They're the ones who are then going to show that, look, the second phase is stronger than the first. Right? This may have been the first phase, and it was important, it was necessary. But in order for the second phase to be good, I think we're going to have a crash, and I don't think it's a bad thing, right? And we tend to ask each other that, what is this all going to come crashing down? And I tend to say, I hope so. I hope so, right? Because we need to rebuild and build the right thing, next thing around. Not that it's wrong just now, but it needs to sort of we need adjustment. We need to readjust things. And you had earlier on said, any advice as such. I don't consider myself having been successful, so let me give you advice. But one thought I've had is, I wish people would think in terms of building sustainable companies. Right? When they think about their idea, when they think about their revenue model, when they think about what they're going to do, their operations model, I wish they would think through, if this needs to be around for 50 years, what would I do? Rather than let me do it, I'll figure it out as I go along. I think it will help them build more robust business models, to put in place more robust businesses, and I think they'll see greater success doing that.